WWF, what the world is watching.
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina. History comes to life when one visits Old Salem. Named in the National Register of Historic Places, Winston-Salem is home to the North Carolina School of the Arts, the first state-supported school of the arts in the U.S. of A., and of course, Wake Forest University. Hello everyone, welcome to the World Wrestling Federation Superstars of Wrestling at ringside. I'm Vince McMahon along with a man who is not too pretty in pink, Jesse the Body.
I wore this hat in honor of Gladys Knight and the Pips.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, boy. I look like a Pip, right?
I don't know about that. We're going to have some Pips with us this week. Let's find out.
World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan will be here to address once and for all the $1 Million Man and his attempts to buy the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Ahead of his opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship this Saturday night, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is in action against Tiger Chung Lee.
And the mighty Hercules will go one-on-one with Don Kernodle.
This contest is scheduled for one fall.
In the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 261 pounds, Terry Gibbs.
His opponent from Richmond, Virginia, weighing 238 pounds,
Two veterans of the squared circle set to do battle here on a night when I believe finally Hulk Hogan will put an end to the ridiculous notion of Ted DiBiase buying the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
Are you kidding me? This is the night Hogan sells out. Ted DiBiase will leave the Cow Palace with the World's Heavyweight Championship.
I refuse to believe it.
Well, you believe what you want. I've got inside sources.
There is nobody who is close to the Hulkster that would tell you anything, even if they knew. Dick Slater looking for a submission here. Nice counter maneuver by Terry Gibbs. And a back elbow.
That's a good way to lose some teeth.
And now Terry Gibbs with an armbar.
I think Gibbs let up with that hold a little too early. Sometimes the key to winning a match is patience.
And now it's the Rebel back on the offensive. Jesse, we are just weeks away from SummerSlam on pay-per-view. What a night that promises to be.
I wonder if SummerSlam will be the $1 Million Man's first title defense.
I highly doubt it, because I highly doubt the $1 Million Man will be the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Yeah, maybe he'll rename it. Didn't he say he would be the first ever $1 Million champion?
Ted DiBiase says a lot of things, but of course the irony of the situation is talk is cheap. Double axe handle, and down goes Gibbs.
Oh, Slater telegraphed that one. Nice work by Terry Gibbs.
Oh, and Gibbs missed that maneuver, and that could be a costly mistake. Slater into the cover. And that'll do it. A win for the Rebel, Dick Slater. Go now to Gene Okerlund for his SummerSlam report.
Sunday night, August the 30th, the World Wrestling Federation returns to pay-per-view for the hottest event of the summer, SummerSlam. And already signed for the event, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Mr. Fuji's Demolition, to defend their titles against the former champions, the British Bulldogs. And in a battle of former tag team partners, a battle of gargantuan proportions, Big John Studd to go one-on-one with King Kong Bundy.
Big John Studd, you gotta be kidding me. This man is bigger, stronger, and superior to you in every way. For years, King Kong Bundy carried you. And at SummerSlam, he's gonna bury you.
That's SummerSlam, Sunday night, August 30th, only on pay-per-view. Stay tuned in the coming weeks as more matches are announced for this incredible event. With your SummerSlam report, I'm Gene Okerlund.
This contest is scheduled for one fall.
In the ring from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing 229 pounds, Reno Riggins. His opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 248 pounds, the Brooklyn Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler set for action here against Reno Riggins. Oh, and a beautiful drop kick by Riggins. Reno Riggins looking for a quick victory, but no, not quite.
I'll tell you one thing, McMahon, the ring better be reinforced at SummerSlam if John Studd and King Kong Bundy are set to collide.
They certainly are set to collide, and what a collision it will be, two mastodons. Knee to the midsection of Riggins by the Brawler. In for the ride, and the Brooklyn Brawler is really targeting the lower abdomen region of Reno Riggins.
I hope Riggins had a light lunch.
and a big knee. And again, right in the midsection of Reno Riggins.
It's sound strategy by the Brooklyn Brawler. Riggins will really be struggling to catch his breath out there.
Nice counter by Riggins, body slam on the Brooklyn Brawler.
The Brawler had that drop kick scouted. He fell for it at the beginning of the match. He wasn't going to fall for it again.
And the Brooklyn Brawler nailed Riggins with that sidewalk slam, and that will do it for the Brooklyn Brawler.
With wrestling superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly 'em and flip 'em in the Swing 'em, Fling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling superstars and new wrestling ring, each sold separately from LJN.
SummerSlam. Feel the heat.
In the ring, at a total combined weight of 455 pounds, the team of Barry O and Gary Royal.
We were cruising the streets, looking for some action on the radio playing on my rock and roll station. So 300 ladies down by the square. I said, jump in, girls, let's go party somewhere. Crank it up, blow it out, rip it up, let's party now. Crank it up, blow it out, rip it up.
The young Stallions, Jim Powers and Paul Roma. One of the most exciting young teams in the World Wrestling Federation. Back elbow by Paul Roma.
You know what's coming up after this match, McMahon? Hogan is going to sell out.
I highly doubt it, but you are right. Insofar as the Hulkster will address the $1 Million Man's proposal immediately following the conclusion of this match.
Look at that rope-assisted neckbreaker by Roma. That's a nice move.
Tag to Jim Powers, and thus far it has been all young Stallions in this one.
Gary Royal needs to make a tag. He's done nothing except take punishment.
There you go.
That was stupid by Powers. He threw the man right into his corner.
Well, Jim Powers has wasted little time in going to work on Barry O. Uppercut.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from the young Stallions here. They're looking a little more vicious than I've ever seen them.
Oh, and Paul Roma sends Barry O sprawling to the arena floor. And the same for Gary Royal.
That was a cheap shot.
No doubt you approve then. Alabama gonna fly? Yes. Forget about it.
Looking for some action, had my radio playing on my rock and roll station. Saw 3 hot ladies down by the square. I said, jump in, girls, let's go party somewhere. Break it up, blow it out.
Let's go now to the Hulkster.
Ladies and gentlemen, indeed for weeks, the suspense has been building. And as we have heard from Ted DiBiase time and time again, well, he says everyone has a price. Recently, the $1 Million Man said that everyone includes the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. So right now, let us end all of our speculation. Please welcome the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan! Deliver the message. And I know, Jesse, your ears are very keenly awaiting the result.
He's nodding yes already.
Champ, your comments, please.
Well, you know, thinking about money 24 hours a day can make you a little goofy, you know. I've thought about how it would turn my life around if I had all the money I wanted. It would change me completely. I could have a new car in every garage. I could take care of my family any way I wanted to. Accepting the offer from the $1 Million Man, oh yeah, it would make all this possible. I could do all that and more. New cars, family would be set up. I'd never have to fight for anything again. Accepting this offer from the $1 Million Man would also change a few other things. All those little teeny Hulksters that physically aren't as capable as me, I can help them out. All those little teeny Hulksters that mentally aren't right on the money, we can help them out. And oh yeah, man, accepting the offer from the multi-million-dollar man would change my life around completely. Thinking about that, thinking about all the little Hulksters, thinking about all the money we could have, how easy it would be. On behalf of all the little Hulksters and myself, I'm gonna have to tell the $1 Million Man, hell no! Ted DiBiase, if you want the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title, come and try and get it.
All right, what about a Jesse Ventura? Hulk Hogan does not have his fight for the $1 Million Man.
I'll tell you what, I think he's a fool. I think he made a total mistake. The man could have retired. He could have done it honorably, been a multi-millionaire and lived happily ever after. I think he's a fool. He made the wrong choice.
I think he made the right choice. Let's take you now, ladies and gentlemen, to the special note, after which the superstars of wrestling continue. Thinking right about now, Jesse.
I still can't believe it. I mean, he had to offer him millions and millions of dollars. He had to offer him probably more than what Hogan's worth.
Well, money isn't everything.
It sure is to me.
In the ring, from Burlington, North Carolina, weighing 290 pounds, Kernodle.
mighty Hercules and Don Kernodle set for action here. And Hercules has a big match coming up this Saturday night in the Philadelphia Spectrum when he will meet Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And immediately, a demonstration of the awesome power of the mighty Hercules.
I still can't believe Hogan didn't take the money.
Well, I, for one, am not one bit surprised. The Hulkster cannot be bought, Hulkamania cannot be bought, and the World Wrestling Federation Championship cannot be bought. Shoulder breaker, and Hercules is dominating Don Kernodle.
Kernodle tried to get some offense going, but Hercules was having none of it.
Come on, ref, that's a blatant choke.
This is as mean as I've seen Hercules in a long time.
And Don Kernodle perhaps wanting a moment to get his bearings, but Hercules isn't going to allow it.
Don Kernodle simply hasn't been able to get going in this match. Hercules hasn't allowed him to.
Hercules hoists him up, and there's that backbreaker. Forget about it, a one-sided victory for the mighty Hercules.
Fans in Philadelphia, this Saturday night, the World Wrestling Federation returns to the Spectrum. And in a big six-man tag team main event, World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan will team with Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldogs, to meet Mr. Fuji's triumvirate of the Mongolian Monster, Killer Khan, and the World Wrestling Federation tag team champions, Demolition.
All right, talk about one of the great teams in the World Wrestling Federation. Out of England, it's the British Bulldogs, with their sights set on the World Tag Team Champions. But this Saturday night in Philadelphia, it's six-man action with the Hulkster on your side.
That's right, Gene. We've got our sights set on SummerSlam and getting our belts back. But the way we see it, this Saturday in Philadelphia, we've got a chance to do some physical and psychological damage to Demolition. And who better to have on our side than the world champion? We always knew that Hulk Hogan could not be bought.
The Intercontinental title will be on the line when ravishing Rick Rude defends against Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
All right, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, what an opportunity for you to capture your first title in the World Wrestling Federation when you challenge Rick Rude for the Intercontinental Championship this Saturday in the Spectrum in Philadelphia.
That's right. Who would have thought the old Hacksaw with a pretty gold belt around his waist? Well, Rick Rude, that's exactly what I'm aiming for in the Spectrum, because I know nothing could make you, or especially that weasel of a manager, more upset. That's 2 for 1, and that's a good deal for me.
And whoever emerges from that match as Intercontinental Champion will go on to defend the title at SummerSlam against the winner of this Battle Royal.
Well, Mr. Wonderful, you're close, yet so far away from becoming the Intercontinental Champion.
That's how it's been all my life. I don't expect nothing different. I've had to fight and scratch and claw for everything I've ever gotten, and things aren't about to change. But one thing that has changed, I don't got nobody holding me back. So whether it's Jim Duggan, who I got a lot of respect for, or that pretty boy prima donna, Rick Rude, I'll be waiting and I'll be ready at SummerSlam.
Also to take place this Saturday in the Spectrum, Brutus the Barber Beefcake to meet the mighty Hercules. In a tag team encounter, the team of Coco Beware and the Junkyard Dog to meet Bobby Heenan's Islanders. In another tag team encounter, Rick Martel and Tito Santana strike force to face Rex and Spot, the Moondogs. And rounding off a night of great tag team action, the Killer Bees will meet the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
Hi, this is Jacques and I'm Raymond, and we're the fabulous Rougeau brothers. Jacques, have you noticed sometimes the Killer Bees pull out their masks to cheat a little bit?
Well, I think everybody noticed that, Raymond, but that's okay, because we're gonna pull a little one too there, Killer Bees.
Hi, I'm Jacques. And I'm Raymond. And we're the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
Not really, we're the Killer Bees. I'm Jim. And I'm Brian, and we're going to find out just how fabulous those Rougeau brothers really are.
And talk about bad blood. That's exactly what we've got between Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and the magnificent Morocco. That's this Saturday night at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, and fans, we're on course for a sellout. We're down to just a handful of tickets remaining, so make your way to the box office now or face disappointment. For the Event Center, I'm Sean Mooney. Now back to Vince and Jesse.
This contest is scheduled for one fall.
Coming down the aisle from Seoul, South Korea, weighing 289 pounds, Tiger Chung Lee.
What a night it's going to be this Saturday night in Philadelphia.
The city of brotherly love. Do you have a brother, McMahon?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Ah, he must have been the favorite.
We may well be looking at the next Intercontinental Champion. The Hacksaw squeezing in a little tune-up match here, ahead of challenging Rick Rude this Saturday night in Philadelphia.
Hey, Tiger Chung Lee ain't nobody's tune-up match. Is that what Duggan told you? How disrespectful.
Certainly not. There is no doubt the Hacksaw is looking for a challenge to help him get in the zone, so to speak, ahead of his match with Rude. And listen to these people, they love the Hacksaw.
Yeah, but do you think seeking the approval of a bunch of idiots is how you win titles? Ravishing Rick Rude, don't care what these people think.
Maybe you should ask the Hulkster about that. Oh, what a clubbing blow. elbow finds its mark. And here we go. He wants it. Yes, nailed it. And if he hits that on Rick Rude this Saturday night, we will have a new Intercontinental Champion. That'll do it for this week on Superstars. No doubt next week, the $1 Million Man will have something to say regarding his failure to purchase the World Wrestling Federation Championship from Hulk Hogan. Until then, for The Body, I'm Vince McMahon, thanking you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.